So how do we get inside the mind of a great leader? Well, I've summarised this, and the key acronym is MSC. It's not something you get given by a university. It actually stands for mindfulness, selflessness, and compassion. And it's of note that compassion differs from empathy in that it doesn't negatively impact your performance. So what we want to do is apply these 3 MSC principles to ourselves, then to our people, and thereby the organisation. By understanding ourselves, we're able to lead ourselves, and it's only after that that we can actually lead others effectively. Protect your time, and not just your time, your focus time, your ability to focus. And to do this, we can practice mindfulness, self-compassion, and also prioritise sleep. We need to also manage our empathy, because what we don't want to do is let that interfere with objective decision making and potentially predispose us to burnout. Ego, we've all got one, but be aware of the 3 downsides to ego. That's being vulnerable to criticism. Ego can also narrow our field of vision. And finally, it can leave us prone to manipulation, because others can play on your ego, saying that made you look particularly good or bad at something. Now, smartphones, I'm using 2 now, but put them away when you're speaking to people. There's even a study done that if there's a smartphone on the table, face down, it still detracts from the conversation. Keep your phone notifications off. I've got mine on silent all the time, but otherwise they'll distract you. And we also need to take regular breaks when we're focusing hard, and you can actually do that by practicing breathing techniques to optimize your focus. Generally, the higher up the greasy pole of a career ladder we get, the more people see us as an expert. And the issue with this is that experts tend to be less open to new ideas and different ways of working. And often they shut themselves off and don't listen to people. So deliberately listen to others with an open mind. Anger. Now, anger's a trap, because in part you get just focused on something, irate, and your mind is just narrowed to that. It's hard though to be angry if you're actually compassionate at the same time. So we can use this fact to overcome anger by feeling compassionate towards others. And this can help us make the best decision rather than a hasty spare of the moment thing we would say when we're feeling angry. Now, problems, these unfortunately exist in teams all over the world, but generally they arise from emotions rather than the actual business process. So senior leaders, when they go through and get further in their career, often will actually think of the team more. They'll be saying us and we more than I and me. And this is similar to this concept of selfless leadership. And it's more about seeing team members as individuals. They have their own unique experiences, and they're also interconnected with others. And a good quote from Peter Drucker is that, remember, culture eats strategy for breakfast. So as a leader, people actually do take note of your actions, even if they don't really say they are. And what you do shapes culture. So therefore, we need to work with integrity and also practice good teamwork. People-centered organizations tend to help people connect to each other, meaning that they'll have more meaning in their word and be happier. Too many back-to-back meetings or too many emails are not good for anybody. They're a bad thing. So encourage people to take time out of the meetings to actually get work done, but also to take care of themselves, exercise, and also disconnect from work. Now, happiness. I'll leave you with this happiness. I'd love it if it made you happy, but that's an inner state in how we see the world and what actually happens. And happiness differs from pleasure because pleasure's a temporary thing that you're often seeking more of, but you're simply craving more temporary pleasure rather than meaningful happiness. So I'll leave you with this challenge to just think about yourself and think, I will be the source of happiness to those around me. And if you want to make me happy, subscribe. I'll see you next time.